Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Episode number 2. Episode 2. Today we're gonna get into it. We're going to talk about pregnancy. So first off, let me say congratulations to all my expecting mommies out there. This one is for you. This is for you to know exactly what you're going through right now, exactly what you're experiencing. I'm gonna break it down just in case you don't know, you don't understand what it looks like, how it happened. But I wanna break it down for you. I wanna start from the fertilization of the egg, okay? So I'm gonna break it down so you know exactly what has happened with your body from the day of conception. So far we only know of 2 ways to get pregnant. Is if you had sex and through IVF, which is also known as in vitro fertilization. So let's start with that bang bang boogie. You know, you getting down, showing that wop, but there's consequences to that, right? So whether you were intentional about it or unintentional, whether you were planning or not planning, it's still a blessing. You're here today and I'm going to break down what happened when you were popping that wop. So for you to have gotten pregnant, you have had to have been ovulating. During ovulation, your ovary releases a ripe egg. Once the fallopian tube receives the egg, muscular contraction pushes that egg to the uterus. Once that egg is in the uterus, it has 12 to 24 hours to be fertilized by the sperm. During intercourse, once the man ejaculates, there's over 300 million sperm cells that enter the vagina. Millions of these sperm cells die because the vagina is very acidic. Many can survive with the protective element of fluid that surrounds them. The sperm must then pass through the cervix, which is usually closed, and make contact with the egg. And then boom! You're pregnant. Unfortunately, not everybody can get pregnant that way, and some may have difficulties and need extra help and support, which is fine. Like, that does not discredit your ability as a woman, and that does not discredit your ability as a mother. However, the way things work is a bit different. So for IVF, there's 3 different steps that have to be taken before you can become pregnant. Firstly, several of the woman's eggs are removed. Secondly, the specialist will then manually fertilize the egg and then place it back into the uterus. Lastly, the woman will be prescribed plenty of hormonal medications, which they would have to take after the procedure. There are 4 important hormones during pregnancy. 1. Human chorionic gonadotropin. So this hormone is also known as HCG. It is only made during pregnancy and is exclusively made in the placenta. If you are experiencing nausea or vomiting, it's most likely because your HCG has risen, and that plays a big role within the first trimester. Number 2, human placenta lactogen, which is also known as HPL. This hormone is made by the placenta and it gives nutrition to the fetus. HPL also stimulates milk glands in the breast for breastfeeding. Number 3, we have estrogen. Estrogen is usually formed in the ovaries. However, during pregnancy, it's made by the placenta to help maintain a healthy pregnancy. Lastly, number 4, progesterone. Did I say that right? Oh, me and pronunciations. Listen guys, sometimes my pronunciations ain't really on point. Okay, so let's try that again. Number 4, progesterone. Progesterone, I believe I said it accurately this time, is created by the ovaries and the placenta. It stimulates the lining, the thickening of the uterus lining for the fertilized egg to be implanted. All these hormones are created in the body to prepare for pregnancy, prepare for delivery, and to also prepare the body for afterbirth, for such things as breastfeeding. So let's get into what you're experiencing or what you should experience and what's happening to your body within the first 3 trimesters. So your body's gonna go through 3 trimesters. Well, technically, people like to say 4 trimesters because they like to consider postpartum as the 4th trimester, but we're gonna stick to 3 trimesters. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing right there. Okay, so we're gonna stick to 3 trimesters. So the first trimester, this starts from week 1 to week 12. It starts at the first day of your last period to week 12. During this stage, the embryo is created from the fertilized egg, and it has now been embedded on the wall of your uterus. During this trimester, your placenta is not fully developed. Therefore, the yolk sac is still connected to the embryo, and that is giving your baby the nutrition that it needs. By week 6, your embryo now has a heart, has eyes, has a full nervous system, and has limb buds. By week 8, your embryo now has fingers, toes, and a face. By week 12, the placenta is now developed, and you will start to feel movement from your embryo. You know, babies like to fight in the womb. The legs just kicking, or yeah, stretching. You might feel that soon. The second trimester, this is from weeks 13 to 28. At this point, you're 4, 5, or 6 months pregnant. So by the end of the second semester, your fetus is nearly fully developed. Their movements are strong, and you probably feel yourself have a bit more energy than what you had during the first trimester. The first trimester, you're probably a bit more tired, sleepy, lethargic, and that's normal, and that's fine. But during your second, you'll feel yourself change a bit. You'll feel a bit more upbeat, you'll feel yourself have a bit more energy, and you'll feel yourself wanting to do more. The third trimester, that's weeks 28 to 40, which is about 7 to 9 months pregnant. By 9 months, your baby's ready to be born. Your baby's ready to see you. During this period, you probably feel heavy. You probably feel like it's harder to breathe. You feel big. You feel like you can barely move. You can barely walk. And that's normal, because you gotta remember, your uterus expands, so all your organs are being pushed up. Therefore, it is going to be harder to breathe, and it's gonna be a lot. And at that point too, you also would feel ready and would want this baby to come out of you. You may feel Braxton Hicks. That doesn't mean your baby's coming right away, but that's basically your body preparing you for the contractions that are about to come, which means your baby would be seeing you shortly. It's very rare to see babies due exactly on the due date given. It's typically called an estimated due date. However, it's not impossible. It has happened, and it does happen. It's just very rare. Babies can be born anywhere from 37 weeks to 40 weeks to be considered healthy and full term. Babies born anywhere before 37 weeks are typically considered preterm babies, which means that they're underdeveloped and they would have to spend time in an incubator. Babies can make an appearance either a week before their estimated due date or a week after their estimated due date. Sometimes it could be 2 weeks. Really, every baby's different, every mom is different, and that's okay. Babies will make their arrival when they're ready. So during your pregnancy, I suggest that you have lots of sex. If your doctor has deemed it okay for you to have sex, please enjoy yourself. You could have sex up until your labor. You could have sex during labor. Did you know that? Yeah, you can. Actually, having sex during labor is basically a natural induction. Food for thought, guys. Food for thought. I need you to eat healthy. Eat very healthy. If you're a meat eater, eat lean meats. Eat clean meats. If you're a fish eater, eat wild fish and make sure that it's properly cooked. Stay away from the raw stuff. That is not good for you at all. Plus, they contain parasites or may contain parasites. Either way, it's not safe. It's not a good thing to do. Stay away from that. Canned fish and all of that stuff, I wouldn't even suggest that. Eat a lot of greens, a lot of veggies, a lot of proteins like beans, nuts. If you don't have a nut allergy, eat a lot of nuts, a lot of dried fruit, a lot of real like fresh fruit. Those are the things you should be eating for a healthy pregnancy. Also, get a lot of sleep. Get a lot of rest when you can, because trust me, when baby comes, what sleep? Yeah. So you want to get as much sleep as you can, because when baby comes, you'll be trying to take those power naps whenever the baby's napping. So again, get a lot of sleep, get a lot of rest when you can. Also, number one thing, get you a doula. Get you a doula. You also want to remove all stressors. Whatever's stressing you out, kick it to the curb. And I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Nah, I'm not doing this right. I can't keep up. I don't know how to, what's this, Millie Rock? I feel like I'm old. Like I can't do it Millie Rock. But you know, you want to dodge all these stressors. Leave the stress alone. You don't need that right now. Before I go, again, I want to shout out all Black-owned businesses. If you are Black and you own a business, or if you know someone who's Black and owns a business, please drop the link in my comments. I would like to support, and I would like to feature it on my channel. So please reach out to me. Anyways, that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed episode number 2. And I have more coming to you, more information, more fun. And yeah, again, I'm excited to just do this journey with you guys. And I hope that you welcome me with open arms. And, you know, you be kind to each other. We need to be kind to each other, guys. Please, let's be kind to each other. Be kind to me, because, you know, I'm still trying to work my way out of my comfort zone. And this is my first time putting myself out there. And, you know, I just really I'm really putting myself out there for the benefit of Black women and the Black community. So, you know, in the meantime, just stay blessed, continue to be kind to each other, and stay beautiful. Bye, queens.